So I've just been, thinking about a lot about imposter syndrome. I mean, it is such a buzzword now. Everyone talks about it. We all feel like imposters. When are we going to be found out? We just have anxiety. And it just got me thinking back to a story of mine. It was my first episode of television directing. And, did I think I was supposed to be there? I mean, I had confidence. I was prepared. I did all my work. I was ready, but it was the first time doing it. There was no manual. Nobody showed up on my first day to walk me through what it was that I was supposed to do, how it was going to go, what the expectations were. I just kind of, regarding that, was winging it. And of course, I felt like a freaking imposter. I'm like, they're going to, at any moment, figure out that I've never done this. I've directed plenty, but I just haven't done TV. It's just different. It's a different beast. You go into it knowing that and certainly thinking that. And so anyway, we're there. It's a table read. It's for the department heads. And we're going through the first scene, and everyone's kind of chiming in along the way. They're asking questions. I'm answering questions from the director's standpoint. It's great. But we get to the end of the scene, and it's just quiet. I notice nobody's saying anything. It's for a really uncomfortably long extended silence. So I suddenly look up from my script where I've just been making notes, in the margins, referring to my own notes that I'd already made. And everybody's staring at me. They're staring at me because they're waiting for me to do something, but I don't know what that is. So just being suddenly aware of all the eyeballs on me, being put in the spotlight, I didn't freeze up. I just said, yeah, seems good. Yeah, great. Let's keep going. And who knows what people were thinking in that moment, but for that next scene, I was thinking about, okay, what questions or thoughts or directions might I have for the other departments that they would want to know that they could start working on. And so that's what I did. And my point is, the shoot went great. Nobody came up to me and said, you're a fraud. Nobody said, you don't belong here. You're horrible. In fact, quite the opposite happened. It was a great set. It was a great experience. And I learned a lot from it. But I learned, above all else, regarding imposter syndrome, that if we're never imposters, how do we ever learn? And how do we ever learn any other way? And in this industry, no one is going to take you by the hand and show you what to do. You have to be willing to learn on the fly, think on the fly, be present. Just be aware of what's happening and be thoughtful and contribute and be collaborative. But never worry about not having an answer. As long as you are present and you're open, don't pretend that you know everything, because you definitely don't. Ask for help, and you will be respected for it. These are the signs of a leader: being vulnerable, being humble, being confident, knowing what you want, having vision, but you're not a dictator and you don't know it all. So you're going to spend a lot of time being an imposter. You actually are an imposter of sorts, but get comfortable with it. Don't let that be a bad thing. Let it be an opportunity to grow. Let it keep you on your toes, keep the adrenaline going. Let it force you to be present. And with that in mind, let's just all be imposters together, and it won't be such a bad thing anymore.